There are lots of different documents that you typically have to sign before getting involved in a real estate investment as a limited partner. If you're watching this video, it's probably because you want to know what they are. And I'm going to talk to you specifically about 4 documents that investors typically sign when they're involved in a real estate investment. And I'm going to do that coming up. Hey there, it's Billy Keels with Keep on Cash Flow. I'm back once again to help share some tips and strategies with you that are going to help you to go out and make more money. They're going to help you to have more control over your free time and ultimately live with less stress. So if it's your first time here, why don't you go ahead and subscribe to the channel? And I'm going to ask you right up front, if you find value in the video, would you go ahead and leave your comments as well as like it and share it with others? So I want to get back today to this whole question of all these different documents that you have to sign. And you've probably heard us talk about before all the different types of investments. And if you're part of if you want to be a limited partner, or if you're a general partner or a key sponsor or a promoter, and all these different things. But this video is really going to talk to those of you who want to understand more about the documents that you're going to typically sign as a limited partner in a real estate transaction. And so, of course, like every other video that I like to talk about when I'm talking about these types of subjects, you're definitely going to want to talk to your tax and legal professionals to make sure that the documents that I'm talking about are relevant for you and the opportunity that you're looking at. But these are just, in my experience, having not only been on the front end of projects, being someone who is leading a project, but also as a limited partner, I'm just sharing my experience with you more than anything else. So the 4 documents that I want to talk to you about today, I'm going to lead in with one that you may or may not have heard of, and it's called a PPM. And what does that mean? It is a private placement memorandum. And basically, the private placement memorandum is typically used for the types of investments that really spell out, and I'm going to simplify this a lot. It really makes it super simple for you as an investor so that you can be clear on all the different ways that you could potentially lose all of your money in the investment. That's it. That's exactly what it does. So think about a document that tells you every single way that you could potentially lose your money in the investment. That's what a PPM, or a private placement memorandum, does. So you'll review that document, you're going to look at it, you're going to have your legal counsel look at it, just so that you can be crystal clear on all of the different risks and ways that you could potentially lose your money in investment. No better place than to start right there. How can you lose all your money? The other document that you're typically going to see and have to review is the OA, or the operating agreement. And basically what the operating agreement does, it spells out all of the different responsibilities, both for the promoter or the general partner, sometimes they're called, which are the teams that are actually leading the project, putting the project together, are going to operate the project, what their roles and responsibilities are, and they spell out what the roles and responsibilities are of the LP, or the limited partner, which is someone who's typically placing money into a deal and looking for a result so that, well, they can go out and do other things because they're putting their money in a deal as a limited partner and they're getting a result. After that, then you have to look at the subscription agreement. Now, this is an agreement that you're going to want to look at and you're going to want to make sure that you understand, because this helps specifically the limited partner also understand how they're going to get paid. The subscription agreement tells you the different terms, conditions of payment that you agree to, or whatever that specific compelling agreement or opportunity will bring. This spells it out in the subscription agreement exactly how you are going to get paid as a limited partner. Once again, keeping the scope for the limited partner. That's why I reference you as a limited partner. And then lastly, you want to talk about the Accredited Investor Questionnaire. Now, this is something I personally filled out a number of different times, and it will also depend on which type of offering it is. Is it a 506B, which is typically for sophisticated investors? There you can have up to 35 of them, or is it a 506C, which is for accredited investors only? Once again, talk to your tax advisor, talk to your legal counsel so that they can make sure that the things that we're talking about, that they fit to your specific situation, and that they're relevant for you. So as I said, I just wanted to go through these 4 documents. And I wanted to ask you a question. How familiar are you with these documents? Is it the first time you've heard of them? If you hear this all the time. If you're watching this video, you probably haven't that much, but I just would love to have your comments because I'd love to have an interaction with you so we can talk about this a bit more. But just a quick recap. The first document is the PPM, or the Private Placement Memorandum. The second document is the OA, or the Operating Agreement. Then you want to look at the Subscription Agreement. And then lastly, you want to look at the Accredited Investor Questionnaire, provided that that is something that is relevant. These are things that I've seen multiple times being a limited partner on sides of deals, and I just thought that it would be relevant to share them with you. I think a lot of you also know, and some of the reasons I've been an LP is because I'm also working in a bid for a really large multinational company. At the same time, over the last 5.5 years, I've been building my own company focused on real estate investing, and bringing value to investors. I talk about that. I've written an ebook on it. If you'd like to pick that up, you're interested, go to keeponcashflow.com/roadmap. For those of you that are very serious, there's also an opportunity for you to take a deep dive in terms of a course. You can keep going. If nothing else, just leave your email, exchange it. I'll send you an ebook, my gift from me to you. And that's it. Looking forward to you being a part of our community and looking forward to receiving your comments. So thank you so much. This is Billy Keels with Keep on Cashflow. That's my 2 cents for today. And as always, hasta la próxima.